Have you noticed how everyone seems to be obsessing over skincare ingredients lately? It's like some of the stuff we've been slathering on our faces is now the subject of major drama. If you've ever found yourself staring at the ingredients list on your favorite moisturizer and wondering if it's secretly plotting against you, this video is for you. Today we're going to dive into some of the most controversial skincare ingredients out there: parabens, fragrances, and phthalates. We'll break down what they really do, why some people are freaked out by them, and what alternatives are out there if you're looking to play it safe. You'll definitely be shocked to learn the truth. Parabens. First up, let's talk about parabens. These little guys have been hanging around in our skincare products for what feels like forever, but lately they've gotten a pretty bad rap. Parabens are preservatives, which basically means they're like the bodyguards of your skincare products. Their job is to keep bacteria, mold, and yeast from turning your favorite face cream into a petri dish. And let's be real, no one wants to rub bacteria-laden cream all over their face, right? Sounds like parabens are doing us a favor. But here's where things get a bit complicated. Some studies have suggested that parabens might mimic estrogen, the hormone that plays a big role in everything from our menstrual cycles to keeping our skin looking youthful. The concern is that because parabens can act like estrogen, they might mess with our hormones. And if there's one thing we don't want messed with, it's our hormones. Am I right? Some people even worry that parabens could increase the risk of breast cancer, which is definitely a scary thought. Now, before you go raiding your bathroom cabinet and tossing everything that says paraben on it, let's take a closer look. The studies that linked parabens to breast cancer were mainly done in cells in a lab, not in people who were using products on their skin. Plus, the amount of parabens in your typical skincare product is super tiny. We're talking teeny tiny. Like, you'd have to bathe in gallons of the stuff every day to reach the levels that caused concern in those studies. Most scientists agree that the amount of parabens in skincare products is probably too low to cause harm. So, is it worth freaking out over? Probably not. That said, I totally get it if you want to avoid them. There's no harm in playing it safe, and if you're someone who already has sensitive skin or hormonal issues, steering clear of parabens might just give you some peace of mind. Plus, with all the amazing paraben-free products out there these days, you don't even have to sacrifice your skincare routine. You can still get that glowy, dewy skin you love without the parabens. Fragrance. Fragrance. It's like that spritz of perfume that makes your skincare feel just a little more luxurious. But as we all know, sometimes what smells good isn't always good for you. Kind of like that extra slice of chocolate cake that seemed like a good idea at the time, but leaves you feeling less than great the next day. Fragrances are added to skincare products to make them smell nice, but they can also be major culprits when it comes to skin irritation and allergic reactions. Think about it. Your skin is like a delicate flower, and fragrances are like those bees that just won't leave it alone. If you've ever experienced redness, itching, or a mysterious rash after using a new product, the fragrance might be to blame. The tricky part is that fragrance on an ingredient list can mean a whole cocktail of different chemicals, sometimes hundreds, all lumped together under one label. This means you often don't know exactly what's in there or how your skin might react to it. It's like a skincare version of Russian roulette, and honestly, who has time for that? Now, before you start side-eyeing every scented product on your shelf, keep in mind that not all fragrances are created equal. Some are natural, derived from essential oils, while others are synthetic. Both can potentially cause irritation, but natural fragrances tend to be a bit gentler on the skin. However, even natural fragrances can cause reactions for some people, especially if you have sensitive skin. It's like how some people can eat a ton of pineapple without a problem, while others break out in hives after just one bite. If your skin tends to be on the sensitive side, or if you just want to play it safe, fragrance-free is the way to go. And just because a product doesn't have a strong scent doesn't mean it's not effective. There are tons of amazing fragrance-free options out there that are just as luxurious as their scented counterparts, minus the risk of irritation. Just remember, when it comes to fragrance, less is often more, especially if your skin is finicky. Phthalates. I know, it sounds like something out of a chemistry textbook, but stick with me here. Phthalates are used in all kinds of products, from plastics to perfumes, to make them more flexible and long-lasting. In skincare, they often show up in fragrances and can also be found in hairsprays and nail polishes. They're like the secret ingredient that makes everything just a little bit smoother and shinier. But here's the thing. The big concern with phthalates is that they've been linked to hormone disruption, similar to parabens. Studies have suggested that phthalates might interfere with the body's endocrine system, the system responsible for all things hormonal. And as we've already established, messing with hormones is a big no-no in the skincare world. Some research has even connected phthalates to reproductive issues in animals, which, understandably, has people a little freaked out. But just like with parabens, the dose makes the poison. The levels of phthalates in most skincare products are pretty low, and while it's good to be aware of the risks, it's also important not to panic. You don't need to go on a full-blown product purge just because you see the word phthalate on an ingredient list. The good news is that many brands are now making products without phthalates, so it's easier than ever to avoid them if you're concerned. Just look for phthalate-free on the label, and you're good to go. Alternatives. So, now that we've uncovered the truth about parabens, fragrances, and phthalates, what's a skincare lover to do? If you're looking to steer clear of these ingredients, there are plenty of safe alternatives out there. And the best part is that you don't have to sacrifice the quality or effectiveness of your skincare routine to avoid them. In fact, many of the paraben-free, fragrance-free, and phthalate-free products on the market today are just as good, if not better, than their traditional counterparts. So whether you're dealing with sensitive skin, hormonal issues, or you just want to be extra cautious about what you're putting on your face, there's a product out there for you. When you're shopping for skincare, keep an eye out for products labeled paraben-free, fragrance-free, and phthalate-free. Many brands are proud to display these labels, and some even have entire lines dedicated to avoiding these controversial ingredients. You can also look for products that use natural preservatives like vitamin E or rosemary extract, which help keep your skincare fresh without the potential hormone-disrupting effects of parabens. And when it comes to fragrance, remember that fragrance-free is usually your safest bet. But if you love a little scent in your skincare, look for products that use natural essential oils instead of synthetic fragrances. Now, I want to hear from you. Which ingredient are you thinking of avoiding? Or maybe you've already made the switch. Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another skincare chat.